What's going on with Bitcoin? Do you know what's going on?
Uh,
Is it all of the cryptocurrency just
th-
being fucked?
just being fucked. Well, I mean, I think it'll rebound. I think it'll rebound.
Do you don't know what's going on?
No, I
Neither
don't.
do I. Apparently, they just keep falling and going down. I don't know.
Yeah, well, last I checked, it was in the 30s, right?
Yeah, and then I saw it was on Trevor Noah, but Donald Trump was like throwing shade at it, and I laughed at that one because I don't. When Donald Trump talks bad about Bitcoin, I'm like, well, he said he was calling it fraud,
Oh.
and that they need to check into it more.
Well, didn't you remember Saturday Night Live, too, where they basically got Elon Musk to admit it was a hustle on live television?
So it is a fraud.
No, it's not. Well, no. It's just.
Do you think you should get out with it?
Because I think eventually we are going to adopt cryptocurrency compared to paper currency.
Mhm.
That's really what the real argument is being made, is the value of this currency because of like how it's used or where you can use it, you know, where something is accessible. Like cash is accessible everywhere, but like Bitcoin, you can't accept it everywhere. Like Dogecoin doesn't get accepted everywhere. So it's like, what's the real value in that? Here's a dollar. A dollar can get me this, this, and this. That's what Michael Che was saying on Saturday Night Live when he was like, this is a dollar. This is real. What's Dogecoin?
I just wish I was so much smarter than what I am about this shit. I don't know shit about this. And then what about like when you go into another country? Does that value increase or decrease?
And see, that's where
There's so many things I just don't know.
that would be the pro of cryptocurrency, is that it's like universally being traded. But like there you go again with like regulation and like federal regulation. I don't think the government would like the cryptocurrencies to rule without getting their slice of the pie, you know? Dude, and remember The Big Short when we watched that? That's a great movie, The Big Short, dude, with freaking Steve Carell in it.
I'm surprised you had never watched that before.
Yeah.
We've talked like that's an old movie. 5 years ago I was like, damn, that movie's already old.
But anyways, Christian Bale, who plays Michael Berry, and he heads that investment firm, and they're like, dude, you have to sell now because the government's saying this and this, because they weren't even reporting the truth.
Yep.
So do you think that if the cryptocurrencies were actually doing good, they would report that? Because I highly doubt it at first.
God, that dude. What's that guy, real name of the guy?
Michael Berry.
Michael Berry. That dude is a fucking legend.
He's a G.
He's a G. Does he have a book?
He probably does.
That's one to get.
He has, I mean, I've watched like him in interviews and stuff, and he's a pretty bright guy.
What up, everybody? Episode 37. Threw it right out there. We're back and excited.
Hells yeah.
If you haven't seen The Big Short, watch that shit. Yeah, because let's break it down real quick. What Michael Berry, he said that the house market he bet against the house market to crash because he saw. Help me out with this, because again, my big little brain. The mortgages were gonna fail because once a certain percentage was reached, that's the thing I get a little confused about. Like the 8%, was that 8% of the amount of money not being paid back?
Well, I'm not getting so hung up on so much as like the percentages, but like what he was seeing in the numbers, because he was just like, I look at patterns. That's what I find. And he was finding that people, once the subprime, so there was a rate, and then once that rate was going to spike up because people were already having issues paying, like making their payments.
Yeah. Their mortgages were failing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like in the housing market's like, oh, we're too big to fail. And then like the Federal Reserve's backing that.
And then once something reached 8%, all the mortgages they didn't have any value, right? Something like that?
Yeah, I'm not 100% on.
It's
I'm just
deep.
100% on the fact that
It's deep from my big brain.
that people were getting mortgages they never should have had in the first place.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Like the strippers having 5 houses.
And how they were portraying those guys who should have never been mortgage officers.
And then the poor souls who were paying their landlords, and the landlords weren't doing it.
Yeah. I talked to my dad about this very thing because he's been in the banking industry for 20 plus years. And I was like, what were things like? He's like, there was people in the mortgage department that should have probably never been there.
That's crazy.
Because they're just fucking assholes just trying to get their commission, you know what I'm saying? And not realizing that people aren't going to be able to make these payments, and it's going to reflect and destroy their credit history and like credit score, you know? It's like a
Well-
lot of people are affected by that.
Well, yeah, and then that's what he even says at the end of the movie, like how they even knew. They knew it was going to happen, but they didn't care because they knew that it was going to be
Yeah.
like backed up or something or a
Mhm.
bailout.
And then, dude, that movie's so good.
It is. Ryan Gosling, Steve Carell.
Brad
Christian-
Pitt kills it.
Brad
Brad Pitt kills it. His character was awesome
Yeah.
because those kids were celebrating because they won a fortune betting against the housing market, and
Yeah.
he's like, "You guys are celebrating while people's lives are ruined."
Right.
And it was like, that's real shit.
And he was rich too from it.
Yeah.
He was which is crazy because he's getting a huge chunk, and so like they're celebrating. He's like, "You should be sick of yourselves," and he's walking away with his briefcase of money.
Because he's sick of himself too.
Yeah, he's
though.
like, "We're fucking disgusting."
Does that make him better or not? I don't know.
But yeah, Brad Pitt did kill it. Christian Bale killed it big time too. Yeah. So now Michael Berry. What about this whole inflation thing, dude? Because now he's the guy. He's saying what I love. What he just said out. He's like, the first time when I said all this, they said I didn't warn them. And he's like, now I got evidence that I warned everybody. They're still not listening. So it's like, what the fuck's about to happen? To me, I can't wrap my head around inflation. How the fuck how do people make more money without everything going up? It just seems inevitable. And then when we got fucking all this Bitcoin and shit going around and the way the world's going up and down crazy, left and right, what the hell?
It's scary. What's
Yeah.
scariest about inflation is like when people's jobs are going to keep their hourly wage the same. Otherwise, they're going to have to like inflate wages too, right?
Yeah.
Just to keep up. It's so, I don't know.
I
man.
don't even know how we avoid inflation.
There's not an easy answer that comes to mind. We'd have to get some financial panel, like with some experts here.
And why is he? I want to know because I want to dig more into it about what he's exactly saying about inflation. If you don't know what we're talking about, guys, Michael Berry, go look it up. You'll be like, holy shit. Why aren't they talking about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's scary. If some shit's going to go down here soon. But I don't know.
Right.
My dad just tells me, just live your life. Just live your life. Well, how am I going to go live my life if a fucking meat... I don't even think meat's going to be around anymore. But what if it's expensive as fuck? In the future, dude, we're just going to be taking pills.
Bro. Imagine all the
Plans.
millennials that have Robinhood and have all their investments in there, and then imagine the site crashes or
Oh my
something.
God.
No, and imagine the whole stock market crashes and they have zero.
Yep.
What the streets would look like.
You know what I'm waiting for, dude? All this hacking keeps going on and shit. I'm waiting for one of our power grids to go.
Dude.
When that happens, everyone's going to fucking freak out.
That's,
We won't be able to do our podcast.
that is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Hacking the power grid.
Yeah. Or shutting that shit down. That's what I'm saying, dude. There's so much going on in the world, but just live our lives. We're not going to be going out to Arizona. Shit's going to go down. We're never going to make it.
That's like a plot to Die Hard right there. We need John McClane.
Yeah. 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 But yeah, go definitely check out some inflation shit if you want to get freaked out a little bit. But boy, Jobins, I finally get to show you. I got my finger fixed. It's straight.
Ooh, damn.
After 4 years.
That's what I'm talking about.
4 years, baby. It was a bitch. And it's been so long. We haven't done our pod. I forget. I'm like, did we talk about it? Did we not talk about it? I'm like, no. Of course we didn't. But, yeah. Occupational therapy. Shout out to the ladies at Mercy Hospital. They were fucking awesome. I had some of the best ladies ever. They were nice and sweet. I believe if you feed back energy, you know, I'm being nice and funny and kind, they're going to care, you know? If you go in there and you're like, oh, this fucking hurts, fix it, and then you're like not happy with what you're getting and you got to go through pain and you're just an asshole, they're going to be like, yeah, get the fuck out of here, you know?
Right.
Good luck. But I had to put my big boy pants on for this one and deal with the pain because the pop wasn't expected. Dude, when she popped it, and they were all freaking out. I looked at her. I was like, you knew that was going to happen, didn't you?
Just popped your finger, right?
Yeah, so
Fuck.
I come in, right? I saw the one different lady on that Thursday, and she did the little scalpel thing really good on my finger, and it got rid of the bump, and we were hearing some crinkles and crackles,
Yeah.
crinkles and crackles.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I noticed during the weekend that my bump was gone on the side of the thing. I'm like, oh shit. So I got all excited. I saw my regular lady that following Tuesday, and I told her all that as soon as I get in. I guess that gave her this fucking boost because she was all like, oh hell yeah. Well, every time I'd go in for the physical therapy, the first step would be to see my measurements. I'd have to just do it how it is, and they'd see how bent it was. It was like this. So, and I'd try to move it as much as I can, you know, on the second one for the second measurement. And then on the third measurement, it would be how much she could. And that would hurt like hell. And I would tell her my pain through scales 1 through 10. And I'd tell her when she was doing, I'm like, oh, that's about a 7, you know, in pain. Well, she wanted to get, she brings in this other lady, never seen her before, didn't know who she was. She introduces me. I'm like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. I'm being friendly and shit. And she tries to help her with the measurement. While Suzanne's taking the measure, the ladies Suzanne's push. Oh, crap, I said her name.
There's a lot of Suzannes.
Yeah, a
out
lot
there.
of Suzannes. You don't know her last name. But she's measuring, and the other, no, Suzanne is pushing on my finger, and the other lady's measuring with the utensil. And she couldn't get the right angle, right? And Suzanne was like, so they reversed. And then all of a sudden, Suzanne's pushing on my finger, and the other lady's doing, or no, damn it, Ricky. Suzanne is doing the measuring, and the other lady is doing the pushing. And she's never pushed on my finger before. She doesn't know who I am, right? And I'm telling them, like, oh, that's a 10, that's a 10. And they're trying to do it. All of a sudden, literally popped. It literally sounded like that.
Like a snap.
Yeah, I fucking shot up out of my. I was like, oh, and like they're just grabbing onto my hand, holding it, you know, and looking at each other and like, and they're like, does it hurt? I'm like, oh, I'm like, it did, and I literally was like an outer body experience. Like I was like, whew. I was like Doctor Strange in the Avengers, whew. But because it hurt like hell, but then it didn't. Weird, really weird.
Yeah.
And so as soon as I calm down, they're like thinking I'm gonna pass out. I'm like, they're like, sit down, you're gonna pass out. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna pass out. And then she's like, can you bend your fingers, bend them? And she did all the types, like being able to do the tips and like that and then like that. And I couldn't. And then she starts freaking out. They start doing their little doctored language, and I'm like, I'm listening, you know. And she's like, oh, it was a tissue band. It had nothing to do with your tendon. So it had nothing to do with my fucking tendon. Thank God.
Yeah.
This is my miracle hand now. This is my strong hand. This is going to be someone's favorite hand one day.
I'm a little slow right now. I got
it's okay.
the joke.
It's okay. But anyway, yeah. It was a tissue band that ran up my finger. It still wants to go down. I saw my doctor. I had to wait a couple weeks because he was busy. But I finally got to see him. I went in, checked in, told him the whole popping story because I still had a couple after. My fucking insurance ran out with visits, so I don't have any more. And honestly, dude, like the doctor visit just kind of seemed pointless when I went there because he didn't even feel my finger or anything because there's still like, I guess it's just the scar tissue that's in my finger that needs to work its way around, and it's just going to take time because I got to remember, Ricky, your finger was like that for 4 years and you just snapped that bitch straight. It's going to take time to heal and get it like to stay that way. But I go visit him. He doesn't really touch my finger or anything. And he had me do my hand movement. And he saw that. He was amazed. He's like, this is incredible. He's like, I got to be honest with you, Rich. Because he sees that my name is Richard Schmidt. No one calls me Rich. Yeah, and he's like, I got to tell you something, Rich. I really didn't think your finger was going to be straight again. And I'm like, yeah, me neither, man. I'm preaching physical therapy for the rest of my life. So, hear from Schmitty. If you have something wrong, go get it fixed immediately. If you don't have health insurance, I'm sorry. Get Obamacare and just try to do something like that.
Yeah.
Because, dude, the one lady hated it. She's like, oh, I hate our fucking healthcare system. It sucks. I wish we were like Canada. That's a whole different subject.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, I'd love to hear more about it from Rich.
Yeah, from
anytime.
Rich. Yeah, I know when people call me like things that I've never been called before, I'm like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like the Jobins, whenever we game, they always call me Schmitty, right?
Mm.
But then they'll fuck with me sometimes. They'll call me Ricky, and it's weird. I'm like, it's just weird them hearing them guys call me Ricky.
Yeah, because you have that like that relationship with them.
Yeah, and then they think that Ricky's a funny name, and I'm like, everyone calls me Ricky. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like a history of violence, though. They
Yeah.
don't know you're just a crazy motherfucker.
Yeah.
They're like,
So-
Ricky.
Some of the chat Jobins, they like to call me Dick Schmidt because they think that's so funny.
I mean, you could go by that if you
I
wanted.
know, but why does Richard? Is it because Richards were assholes back in the day? Like everyone named Richard was just a dickhead, and they're like, "Oh, fucking dick."
Well, I actually know this for some
Oh,
reason.
you looked it up for me?
I've looked this up in the past. The reason that your name is Dick and Rick is because so many people had that Richard name.
Mhm.
So like they tried to make variations of the same name because I guess white people are unimaginative back then.
So Dick.
Because they're like, oh well, let's keep naming our kids Richard and just try to find different ways to say Richard. So then you got Ricks, Dicks, Riches, Richies. You know, it's like.
I guess you could call me a lot of things. I like Schmitty. I'm not gonna lie. If our podcast ever blew up, I think I'd be cool just going by Schmitty.
Schmitty.
Yeah, I like it. I guess all the cool people, my close friends, would call me Ricky still. Because I can't see you calling me Schmitty. You would never call me Schmitty.
Yeah.
Dude, right now, let me see what it feels like.
Schmitty.
Not right.
Yo, what's up, Schmitty?
Yeah, what's up, Brendan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, Rick.
Nicknames are weird. How people just all around the world and in any subject, people want to give each other nicknames. Sports, music,
That is cool.
gangsters, hoods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rappers.
Did you watch the Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather fight?
Didn't even watch the fight.
Did you watch any highlights?
I watched highlights and like what other people had to say about the fight.
Yeah.
I'm impressed that he made it
Same.
8 rounds.
Same. Everyone was talking shit on him. Honestly, bro. So I was a little excited back in the day for it when it was like announced. I was like, okay, that'll be cool, Logan. And then I got slapped with some truth bombs by my buddy Tommy. I'm like, and it made me kind of think outside the box. It's like, what about all the people? Logan only fought KSI, and it's because of how famous he is the reason why he fights Floyd in this big money fight.
Mm-hmm.
But what about all the people that actually did want to like fight Floyd and worked hard for it? I guess it's the entertainment business,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It happens in UFC, I can't kick boxing when it does happen in UFC.
True.
But
you know what Max Kellerman said too
What?
about the fight on First Take
Hmm.
with Stephen A. Smith? He was telling Stephen A. He was like, I would understand if you were upset that the fight took away from like boxers' opportunities with like pay-per-view buys,
Mhm.
but he's bringing in like this whole other market
Yep.
into it. So like the real boxing fans are still going to tune in for
Mhm.
those pay-per-views.
Oh yeah.
But they
It
might
got
get
Mo-
paid more, but
It got Mo and Murad.
yeah. True.
They paid for it.
And they are like boxing fans.
They're like the casual fans. They're more. Mo actually enjoys like football. I think he enjoys basketball.
Are you saying anyone that enjoys those other sports are casual fans?
Well, no, he just doesn't ever watch boxing. He never watches boxing.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's tuning into boxing. Why?
True.
Because of Logan Paul. So, yeah. And what other time did he watch boxing? When Conor McGregor boxed Floyd. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a casual fan. I'm a casual-ass fan when it comes to basketball. I really only enjoy playoffs. And now that LeBron's out, I'm out. Deuces. Casual fan. I'm a casual fan. Deuces.
Okay.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with the cash.
Casual fans till we die, right?
we
I
die.
think everyone's got a little bit of casual fan in them, to be honest.
You can't be a pro in every sport.
Yeah,
That you're like,
exactly. Dude, UFC's starting to get a little overwhelming. There's so many people.
there's a lot of people.
A lot of people get cut. A lot of people get put in. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, how did I know everyone so well back in the day? I'm like, oh, duh, there was less people.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I forget. I'm like, damn, dude, I was watching it before the flyweights, before the motherfucking bantamweights. for any of the women's.
Dude, I can't even remember people that do amazing shit like back spinning head kicks.
Right?
There's a guy that did that. I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
It's because more people, how many fights, more people are starting to get, so the talent has skyrocketed. So more of those are happening. We're getting numb to it.
Yeah, that's got to be tough, dude.
I could have made a horrible joke, but I'm not going to.
Let's
I'm
move
gonna
on. I respect that.
Yeah.
Let's move
Brain,
on.
stop. Nope. Won't say it. But yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so Mo ordered the fights, went over there, watched them. And, dude, the other fights before were boring as shit, too. The one guy got knocked, the football player,
Chad Ochocinco.
Yeah. Yep. I'm like, who is this guy? And then, did I get the bad end of that stick? Yeah, but those were boring. I found myself looking at my phone and going outside, smoking up.
Mm-hmm.
And then right before the Logan fight, I got a little excited again, you know? But then it was cool. It was fun. I was like, wow, this is so weird watching it.
Wasn't it like a real boxing match or?
Yeah, except for there was no judges or no fucking winner read at the end.
Oh, on all of the matches?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Yeah. To be honest, bro, I don't remember the other matches because I didn't even really watch them. I'm a casual fan with boxing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only watching it because of Floyd and Logan. And dude, watching boxing, it's so fucking boring. It's just so boring. I'm sorry. And I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little too hard.
Yeah.
But UFC, when I'm a UFC guy, and it's better.
It'd probably be more exciting than watching just a straight up like wrestling match, though, right?
But why am I excited for Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley? I'm actually legit excited for that. Like literally, just as excited for that as a UFC fight. Why?
Because of what Jake Paul's been knocking people out, though.
And the celebrity appearance, you know, presence. Dude, and then it's like, damn, okay. So what should they do next?
That's easy.
What?
After he knocks out Tyron Woodley, which he will do, he's going to have to knock out Conor McGregor.
So you think Jake Paul's knocking out Woodley?
Oh, yeah.
100%.
100%.
I think Woodley's knocking him out. You forget, boy. You're forgetting that.
You forget he can't wrestle in there. You forget he can't set up his... How's he going to set it up?
T-bomb.
How's he going to set it up?
Dude. He's going to set it up.
I got you.
He's going to set it up.
He ain't going to set it. He's going to get pieced.
No.
He's going to be like, thanks for the payday. Because he's blessed. Because I'm happy. I'm a T. Wood fan. He's a winner no matter what. And he gets to go home getting paid at least. But he's getting beat.
It depends on how the fight goes. But I think this is how I'll either feel. I'll either feel that, depending on how the fight goes, if it's like Floyd and Logan and Jake wins, I'm like, oh, this is a dive. Motherfucker took the dive. But if he were to, like, I don't know, knock him out cold, if Jake were to knock him out cold.
If he were to knock him out cold, you'd be like, what, more impressed? Or?
I'd be a little maybe impressed. I would be impressed. Because I think Woodley, dude, he's looked bad. He's not, apparently, everyone's like, Dana's like, he's not the same guy that he was 4 years ago. 2 years ago. But it's like, dude, the guys he's lost to were top dogs. It's not like he lost to no one.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of them were top dogs.
Yeah.
It happens.
We've been criticizing Jake Paul the whole time for picking easy fights. You think he's not coming in thinking he can win this one?
Yeah, but I don't know. This one's different because Ben Askren, no boxing background. Woodley, he's got a little boxing background. Mm-hmm. And he knocks dudes out. He knocks people out. Answer this for me. Hey, Brennan, did Ben Askren ever knock anybody out?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Hey, Brennan, did Tyron Woodley ever knock anybody out?
I remember Robbie Lawler of already pretty beaten up Robbie Lawler, who'd gone through a lot.
What about Josh
of
Koscheck?
wars.
How about Josh Koscheck?
Josh Koscheck?
Yeah. How about that one?
He knocked out Josh Koscheck?
Pretty sure.
Josh Koscheck's the guy that got beat up by...
Or maybe he survived. It's been so long.
Was that GSP that beat Josh Koscheck?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good times.
He beat Josh Koscheck.
Dude,
wow.
Josh Koscheck was a gangster back in the day.
He was. You're making me have to say all these things to defend my point, though.
No, it's okay. Defend, baby. Defend. We're here to argue. Whatever.
I'm
just saying, man. Woodley's hands are very way different than Ben Askren's hands.
In an MMA match.
This is Jake Paul's definitely toughest fight ever.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially could be toughest fight ever that he ever has.
Yeah.
Because but I would be I don't know. We'll see.
I like bold predictions though. I'm going straight up. He's getting wrecked.
Yeah. I have Woodley win a knockout. It could be first round. I'm going second. Depends on. I wonder how the rules are going to be. We'll see. And it's with Showtime because he got signed with Showtime, which is crazy, because I thought the whole Triller thing, I thought Jake Paul was like the star of that. I thought that was like their baby, and he's like, yeah, I'm Triller. I don't know.
Well, I mean, at least now he's guaranteed more fights after, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
So even if he gets wrecked by T Wood, he'd have to line someone up for him.
Do you think Floyd should be done?
Yeah.
See, dude, if I'm Floyd, let's start this celebrity deathmatch shit right now. I'm down to fight Justin Bieber. Where are you at? Justin Bieber, you want to fight me?
We're all gonna watch it.
And you're gonna make $100 million every time you do that shit? Why not?
You're right. I'd never stop.
I would never stop. I'd be like Jake Paul. You just fucking like popped a little idea in my head. I'd be on the phone with Justin. Who's next? Drake, where you at?
Man, if that was money was being made like that, I think other boxers would actually then start getting really pissed.
You're telling me right now, if Drake for like 3-4 months was going hard boxing, showing some shit like Logan and Jake do, you wouldn't tune in to watch Drake versus Floyd Mayweather?
I'd probably
for $49.99.
Pretty hype. I'd probably watch it.
That's what I'm saying, dude. But then Logan Paul, I don't know. He came out. Did you see how he came out to the Charizard card? That was probably my favorite part. I'm like, okay, that's cool. This is why I want you to win. But he didn't. And then did you see the video? There's the little short video clip of where apparently Floyd knocked him out and then like
I saw that.
I didn't. It's funny because Tom and everyone was kind of like, oh, that's kind of weird. And I didn't. Again, I was kind of looking up and down on my phone, you know. And so I didn't see it. But after watching the clip, I was like, oh, it kind of does look like it. But apparently they didn't show that, like, even after that, apparently Logan starts swinging again. But you can get knocked out and come back.
But I think he was doing that to, like, put all of his weight on him. I mean, the guy's got a 30-pound
yeah, that's true.
difference. Why not?
That's true.
You know, you're going to do that kind of thing. And
it's just funny how people can take a clip and make it look like something that it's not.
Make a whole narrative of it.
Yeah. So that was pretty funny. I don't think it happened.
I mean, no matter what, no one won or lost.
Yeah, right? And I give big respect to Logan Paul for being able to... It's not like he got embarrassed. He was missing a lot, but tell me this. Who doesn't miss against Floyd? 100%. So he could have... What if we saw for 8 rounds Floyd just teeing off on him? You know what I mean? Just teeing the fuck off on him.
Yeah.
And the ref maybe having to stop it, but Logan gets up and survives. You know, that didn't happen. It was a good... Yeah, of course he was backtracking. He had to survive. And even between rounds, he was fucking tired. He was dead. But that's just because boxing and MMA, you know, it's tiring as fuck.
Do you think in the future, like maybe even presently, there's kids that are and like they're doing MMA, but they're also doing like Logan Paul, Jake Paul shit
100%.
at the same time?
Yeah.
That way they're like professional fighters already.
Look what Sean's doing.
Yeah.
Look what Sean's doing.
True.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Speaking of Sean,
A
dude,
good comparison.
it fucking finally got official. Sean O'Malley's back.
For real? When is it?
July 10th. I thought I told you about it when it was going down.
You might have, but
You forgot? Yeah, it's okay. Well, it finally got signed and official. Sean was waiting for it. He said they told him about it, but they never had sent any of them contracts. Finally got the contract official today.
Oh.
UFC 264, July 10th, the Conor McGregor card. Conor Dustin 3. That's fucking badass. Yeah.
I remember you telling me about it, and I would now clicked with me.
Yeah.
I forgot for a second, though.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, Louis Samoka. Louis is about to get smoked.
Dude, how long did you think of that? That's hilarious.
I don't know.
Louis Smoke.
But, again, Everyone, there were some people talking shit on it, like, oh, why is he just another gimme fight? Dude, this is the same thing. Louis Smolka, he's been around for a long time. And he's fought, pretty sure he got released and then he even came back. You know what I mean? That's, when you get cut, I respect the guys that get cut from the UFC and then they go fight and they get another chance.
Yeah.
Because it's like those people they don't give up. They got the worst. They got fucking cut from the UFC. Motherfuckers got cut and they fucking said, I'm not giving up, and they got to come back. That's tough shit. And he's fought a lot of people, so yeah. But I think I do think that Jean takes care of this one easy. It's another knockout.
That would be awesome.
It's another highlight.
He's deadly fast, dude.
Yeah.
So.
What do you think?
I'd give it to Sean too.
You give it to Sean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a gimme fight by any means because of the experience, but I don't see. I can see him just kind of not.
I'd like
putting
to
the
see.
work.
I'd like to see Lewis because he likes to go to the ground. He's a little crafty on the ground. I'd like to see Lewis try to take Sean down, and Sean get a submission. Sean always goes for the knockouts, but it'd be really cool to see him put someone to sleep. Like if he slept somebody with his jiu-jitsu, I'd go nuts.
Yeah, that would show some. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of jiu-jitsu, Timbo, fucking headband, Jobins. This is the white belt. This is the first one. Go check out Timbo's merch. I'm going to put the link in my bio if you want one. He's got some dope-ass shirts, too. So shout out to him.
Dude, those headbands are baller, man.
Yeah,
For real, I like them.
Yeah. Whenever we game and shit, I put them on. I always have it on. It sets the vibe, sets the tone. It's about getting serious and locked in.
I like the, it's like the wings.
Yeah.
Because it's like a hawk or something.
Yeah. Well, he's Red Hawk, you know. He's all about his Eagles. And it's Tim Welch, jiu-jitsu. You know, he has his own gym. Yeah, dude. Tim, honestly, it's like, who's my favorite, Tim or Sean? I think Tim.
That's funny, man.
He's just a coach. He's just that guy. You know, he fits the coach role so well. And it's like, it's not even a role. He's just a coach all the time. It's just who he is. And I learn a lot from him. Learn a lot from both of them. But even while gaming, you know what I mean? When you game with Sugar Shane, it's fucking locked in, talk shit, focus, or you're fucking done. If you're the last dog, oh, you're getting chewed. No one can suck. Every man for himself. But it's fun. We've been keeping track of our kill counts, you know, and it makes it a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's competitive, it sounds like, for sure. And
Oh,
it makes
yeah.
you guys better, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Warlock's just always on the bottom. Yeah. But, dude, I'm super excited for Sean to be on that card. I want to get that poster so bad. Maybe one day.
Man, that's going to be an intense card all around, too.
If Sean was actually on the poster, on the actual poster, oh, fuck. I'd have to get it. But it's not. It's kind of an ugly-ass poster. It's just Connor and Dustin's face with a black background. Just plain. And I guess it's maybe because it's not for a belt, and it's just for seriousness to end this trilogy. So maybe that's why they're going with it like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's just... Can't wait till it happens. I'm worried about Connor. I think he's going to get beat again.
Yeah, I think so too. Depends on how serious he is about it. It's hard to motivate when you got everything you want. How can you go get punched in the face when you got everything you want and more? Fuck. Or get your leg hurt like how his leg got hurt last time. How many times do you want to go through that? You're getting older. You're getting older and the chances of those things happening are going up. You know what I mean?
It's sad.
It sucks. It sucks. MMA stuff. And then did you see how Jake Paul was going at Dana White again? He had a pretty big fighters deserve more pay. It was pretty good.
Dana White's got to hate that guy.
Oh, he's got to, dude. I'm surprised he doesn't send people after him or something.
It'd be too obvious.
You think so?
Yeah.
What about if it's just obvious enough?
It's so obvious I wouldn't do it. You're on to something here.
Yeah. But how does he not hate the fuck out of Jake Paul?
Yeah. I hired MGK to kill you.
Fighters do deserve more money, man. All the fighters were reacting. Francis Ngannou was like, what am I doing wrong? He's like, what are we doing wrong?
Francis Ngannou's a big name.
Logan Paul just made $20 million for that boxing fight.
How much did John Jones want again?
I think he wanted, around that, 10, 15.
Should have gave it to him.
Yeah. Yep.
Give the fighters the fights they want. Give the fans the fights they want.
Because like he was saying, they're the ones that are putting themselves in there for harm's way.
Yeah,
That's
Francis
tough.
too deserves it. Fighting the greatest of all time.
Yep. You'll hear fighters make jokes, like, shit, see how my contract goes and maybe hit up some boxing, might go box some people. Because they can just go make a shitload. If you were a huge name like that, and it's like, damn, all this money, or like, what if Showtime wanted you to box somebody like Jake Paul? You would take, and your contract's ending, you'd be like, deuces, UFC. I can go fight this one guy and be set for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm. And on top, we're even gonna make it an exhibition match.
Yeah, won't even fucking count.
Yeah.
No winner announced. And I'm going to fight a YouTuber.
That's easy money.
Oh, he's a boxer now.
That's easy money, man.
Yeah. All right, let's just do a little prediction for these fights because I'm actually excited for them this weekend.
Same.
Are you?
Same.
Who you got? Let's go down.
Do
We'll
you
start
do
with
the first ones.
Well, the early prelims. Chase Hooper's fighting again.
Chase Hooper fighting again.
Yeah, he's fighting Steven Peterson. I don't know much about that guy, but of course I want Chase to win. And Steamroller Matt Fravola's fighting.
Steamroller.
And he's fighting Frank Camacho again. I don't know much about that guy.
That name definitely rings a bell. I'm gonna go with Fravola.
No submish.
I think it's gonna be a decision. I think he's gonna ground and pound him.
Ground and pound. Hopefully Chase gets another cool submission. I hope his striking gets better. What if we saw some improvement in his striking? That'd be cool. That'd be like, oh man, he's getting better.
Yeah.
Because his striking is like Ben Askren, not good.
He just doesn't look strong either, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I feel like if he maybe went up a weight class and had like some more meat on him to like help with striking and like defending shit and just in general being healthy, like it'd be crazy.
Dude, Sean looks strong, but he doesn't look that strong, if you know what I'm saying. And the motherfucker hits harder than T Wood.
True. How hard does Chase Hooper hit? I wonder.
Not hard. I think you got to learn that. You know what I mean? It's putting your body into it, lifting your feet up, putting all your energy. It's a lot.
Dude, do you think there's a certain degree of like athletic ability though? Like not everyone can hit like Deontay Wilder.
100%.
You know?
100%.
Or Francis Ngannou.
But at least you can work on your striking.
True.
And your head movement. That's what I want to see hopefully happens with Chase Hooper. But yeah. Early prelim and main event, Penny Kanzad versus Alexis Davis. I'm not familiar with the other chick.
So Alexis Davis.
Yeah, let's go Alexis Davis. Let's see. The prelims main event is Drew Dover versus Brad Riddle. That's going to be a good fight. That's going to be a really good fight, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. That could be like one of the fight of the night. Possibly.
I'll go with Drew Dover on that one.
You're going, dude, Brad's been looking really fucking good. Drew looks really good, but then he kind of loses to people, the bigger names. Fuck. How can I go against Drew Dover? I like him. I like Brad too, though. I'm going Brad. I'm feeling Brad on this one.
I think it's a decision either. I think either of them would get the unanimous decision.
Ooh.
And I would give it to Drew Dober. I'm going to go Dober.
All right. Submission, Brad Riddle.
Okay.
Second round.
I like it.
All right. Eric Honors, Darren Stewart. That'll be a good fight.
Oh, I didn't even realize that is cool. Eric Honors, I got to go for Eric Honors.
Yeah, boy. I'm going to go Darren Stewart.
Eric's had some tough losses in his career, dude.
Yeah. Lauren Murphy versus Joanna Calderwood. That'd be a good fight.
Yeah. I'll go Calderwood.
Yeah. Dude, I was watching this, one of my buddies. I won't name him. But he has these kids, and they don't like the chick. He doesn't like the chick fighters. And none of them like the girl fighters. I'm like, dude, what? I just don't get that.
Well,
I don't get when you don't like the flyweights, and I don't get when you don't like the women. There have been amazing UFC fights from women. They're people.
and the talent pool is only getting bigger as more like women get into
100%.
MMA.
100%.
So like
20, 30 years from now, dude, there's going to be some Israel Adesanya women just fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Guarantee it. Guarantee it.
The future in sports is crazy.
It's going to be crazy.
And like there's other things that I
if
think
we
about.
make it, if we don't fucking destroy ourselves, if we can actually just fucking make it to the future.
Yeah.
And then the whole alien shit, who knows what's going on.
Because
man.
what do you think about like men that have gender reassignment as women, and
Mhm.
because like Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner,
Yeah.
she was like against it herself too.
Yeah.
I don't like to even dip my foot in that conversation, but I just brought it up because like that's something that we have to deal with in the future of like sports.
All sports are just entertainment, whereas people are people. So like, I don't know. I just want peace and equality.
Yeah.
So it's like if they do it fine. Fuck it. It's a sport. Let them do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost kind of because we're so used to how society is supposed to be. We live like this. This is how we're supposed to think. Just like back in the day with slavery, right? Oh, this is the white bathroom. That's the black bathroom. This is the white fountain. This is the black fountain. We're doing the same thing right now, just with fucking sexual identity. It's the same fucking thing. Oh, we can't let that man now because people will make jokes about it, like South Park, where fucking Cartman's not mentally ill or have mental ill problems, and he's competing against kids
in
who
the Special
do.
Olympics.
Yeah, but it's fucking hilarious because they still end up doing better than him.
Mhm.
So it's just great. But that's the thing. Like, some people in real life are going to be like, I'm not going to let that man compete against this woman basketball team just because he became a woman. When it's like, who fucking cares? If they did, if that person felt like, if she legit felt like a woman, if that person legit felt like a woman and they're now a woman and they're just so happen to be killing it on the court.
Do you think it's fair for them to have what some might argue is an advantage with like athleticism?
Yeah. It'll happen.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
I don't want to touch the subject.
I know.
It's crazy.
But at the end of the day, isn't it just a sport? What is it? It's entertainment.
Well, some people would argue that sports is more than entertainment, though.
And we're a wave. We're just a wave of human existence. When the younger generations get taught the new things, it's just a matter of time before the old ones are out. Like with marijuana. Places, what is it, Montana? Just finally became legalized or some shit. It's because the old people are dying out and the new people who are like, yeah, duh, marijuana should be legal. Duh. Because all the people who were like, no, are gone. So it's just going to be different things in the time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And sexual, I don't know if this is true, but I was watching something. I'm sorry, fact check me on this, people. But they were saying, like, they were talking about how, like, societies have fallen. Maybe it was Joe Rogan. But societies have fallen whenever people start changing their sexual identities and, like, gays and all this kind of stuff get married, that they collapse. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what's with that? If that's the truth, if that's the case, then hello, let's learn from that and just fucking accept it and move on. Because here's the thing. Whatever Bob does, unless it's, some bad shit that's hurting people. If anything that's hurting people, then you have the right to fucking put your nose in someone's business. But if Bob is doing Bob things, thinking Bob thoughts, I don't fucking care. Because I'm over here doing me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be over here doing me. On this little time, I have a small amount of time. Might seem like a lot, but it's a small amount of time on this fucking rock, so who fucking cares what other people think or do? Again, unless it's harm. That's the only time I think we should be able to be like, is this person causing harm? Well, fuck that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this person wants to fucking get his dick off and get a fucking vagina because he feels like a woman? Okay.
I respect. I think I'm kind of hopping on board with what you're saying and just saying, like, we as people maybe shouldn't even voice our opinions on the whole matter and just leave it up to the sport to take care of that.
Exactly.
And then, hey, we accept whatever it is. Yeah.
Dude, off the fight subject, we'll go back to the fights, but because of that, maybe Bo Burnham. Dude, if you haven't seen the Bo Burnham special on Netflix, do yourself a favor, tonight when you get off work, after you're done listen to this, turn that shit on Netflix. Bo Burnham, Stuck in a Room. What was the title of it?
Stuck in a Room by Myself. Something along those lines.
Something along that line. It's new. It's brand new.
It's trending.
But fucking brilliant. God, I forgot. And you know what's weird? I was just thinking, like, not too long ago, where the fuck has Bo been? I remember seeing him in a movie where he was pretty funny with the group of guys. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what movie you're talking about.
I've-
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
And it's like a bachelor party.
Yeah, and they like, yeah.
They
so-
accidentally killed the stripper.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny, and he was funny in it.
Mhm.
And I saw him at UMSL when I was a student. I got tickets from school. I went with Sis and her friends, and it was him, and then what's Ron Swanson's name?
Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman. Dude, the concert. This was like the first time I had ever been to something like this. I didn't know. I thought I was just going up to a stand-up comedy show, right? Well, the first person on, I forget who they were. They were funny. They just did some little jokes, and that was it. They were on for like 15 minutes. Then Nick Offerman came on, and he does like singing and song shit and being funny at the same time. And I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. I've never been to something like this.
He's a performer.
Yeah, he's a performer. And it was fucking epic. It was hilarious. The songs were awesome. I was like, shit. But then Bo Burnham came on and made Nick Offerman look like a little kid. Like, Nick Offerman was kind of like for adults, like the adult songs, you know, just kind of funny shit. Bo was fucking a little controversial, funny as fuck, talented. He was so talented. The shit he's doing, just like you see in the Netflix, he does that shit on stage. And he fucking killed it, dude. My mind was blown. I'm like, what the fuck did I just see? This was crazy.
Mhm.
It was like a new form of comedy to me. New type of stand-up.
It was like, because I watched that with you.
I finished it that night after you left. It's about an hour and 40. We watched 45 together. Dude, I was still, after you left, I was still dead. He is having me dying. But yeah, go ahead.
He could produce like legit music if he wanted to, and I think it would be successful.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure, because that was so good. Like,
I'm sure you can buy that on iTunes. I'm sure.
oh, 100%.
I'm sure you have to. Because I would literally jam out to some of those songs. 100%.
Yeah.
And just, I'm like, man, my spirit animal is Bo. That's my spirit animal. He's my spirit animal. It's weird.
He was doing like music videos in his apartment.
Dude. And, dude, he's creative. He is capitalized creative.
100%.
Yeah, brilliant guy. But he was like, everyone should shut the fuck up. Why can't everyone just shut the fuck up for 1 minute? Can anyone shut the fuck up for 1 second? Yeah. Go check it out on Netflix. Boom. Back to the fights. Let's do the main event real quick. Here we go. This is a dope fight card. Fight of the night. First fight of the night. Paul Craig and
Jamal Hill.
Jamal Hill, the guy from the Contender Series.
Mhm.
Fucking beast. 8-0 right now. Last knocked out OSP.
I know.
Standing knockout. TKO. Yeah. And Paul Craig. That dude's crazy. I wouldn't fight either one of these guys.
Jamal Hill's got this. In
Yeah,
the bag.
I'm going with him too. But Paul Craig's tough, man. I like when he does that face paint shit.
Yeah. I agree. I don't know Paul Craig as much. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You've seen him fight a few
I
times.
forgot.
He did the blue face paint, the blue and white.
Don't even remember that.
You don't? You'll remember when you see him. That's another thing, dude. I wish we could do pods where we were actually like our live reaction,
Mm-hmm.
because that would be a lot of fun. Because I love when the UFC shows their highlights right before the fighters walk out. And that's when then you see him walk out, you get the vibe. It's just a different feeling. You're like, ooh, this motherfucker's winning. I truly think there's just a different vibe on fight night. You can do all the predicting you want, talking,
Mhm.
but on fight night, the energy's there. And you can be like, oh, shit. Yeah. But, all right, next, Damian Maia and Bilal Muhammad.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good fight. I got Bilal.
Ooh, I'm against you on this.
You're going Damian Maia? See, I think his age is against him with this one. Bilal's a very, overall, he's good. He's got everything.
Not when he's got the human backpack on him.
You're right. That jiu-jitsu is nasty as fuck.
He's probably
He's so-
the most dangerous jiu-jitsu guy I've ever seen.
Ryan Hall. You just haven't got to see enough of it. That's all.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I get you.
No, I'm just kidding. Damian Maia, yeah, 100%. Who's the other guy? The
well,
the boa constrictor.
yeah.
Our boa Glover.
Glover Teixeira?
Yeah, isn't it Glover? The boa.
I don't know what his name is. Glover Teixeira is who you're talking about?
I'm pretty sure. The boa constrictor.
He's the light heavyweight who
Yeah.
just beat on Thiago Santos last.
Maybe I got the back. Fact check me, people. But anyway. I don't know, man.
It's going to be I'm going to go first round submission because I think if he doesn't take
First round submission.
I think if he doesn't take him out early, he gets beat. I don't know.
Well, hold on a second. Bilal's he's a warm-up fighter, right? He doesn't come out hot. He kind of warms up better through the rounds.
That I feel like
I forget.
I don't know if that's true or not, but Damian Maia needs to get it locked down
And
quick.
I know Muhammad has good cardio. He's really good cardio.
He can punch hard too, I believe, dude. That's why
what
it
I'm
scares
saying.
me.
I think he's got this in the bag. Sorry, Damian, because of his age.
I respect.
I'd like to see this. I'd like to see stare downs. I like to see the sizes. Because in my head right now, I'm thinking Bilal's the bigger guy, right? Or is
Ooh.
Damian the bigger guy?
I don't know. I think Damian's a little big in that weight class.
Yeah, stare downs are going to be interesting on that one. That should be tomorrow, maybe Friday. Leon Edwards. Ooh, man, the Jobins got mad at me at some shit I was saying on this one. Leon Edwards versus Nate Diaz.
Oh,
Who you got?
Who do I got
Yeah,
winning
who
this
you got?
fight? Oh man, I'm gonna go Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz. I'm going Leon, man. I think he's too crafty. I think Nate's going to be bigger. The thing I'm worried about is his cardio and his submissions with Leon
Yeah,
because of his size. Those are the two things I'm like, okay, if I'm Leon Edwards, those are the two things I'm worried about. I talked some shit about Nate Diaz. I said he was overrated. I said his greatest achievement is his cardio. And boy, did I get the foot on that.
well, Leon Edwards has already lost to Kamaru Usman in the past,
Yeah.
and for me, I don't feel like he's
But Usman's amazing.
and he's only gonna keep getting better. Where I think Leon Edwards has gotten better since that fight,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know, man. Part of me thinks that he hasn't really been truly tested yet.
Ooh, okay.
That's why I got Nate Diaz winning this fight, because part of me feels like
Nate Diaz has lost to everybody.
we're gonna see Leon Edwards pull a Conor McGregor, and his heart's gonna go out,
Oof.
and you're gonna see a guy crumble in there. That's my prediction.
Leon Edwards decision. Me.
I got Nate
It's
Diaz.
5 rounds. You know that?
Fourth round.
It's a 5-round fight. Isn't that weird? We're going to have 3. It's not even a title fight or anything, but he got 5 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck's that about? Leon better be there because that's that thing with Nate when he can just get those little shots hit and they keep landing and keep coming. He's good at that.
And if you can't take him down,
Yeah.
that's gonna be hard then.
All right, championship, first one, flyweights, Figgy versus Morano 2. Their first fight was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got?
Figgy.
Figgy? Yeah. I don't know, man. Figgy was sick their first fight, and he still did all that. So that's huge. And he's not going to be sick this time.
And he hits harder.
Yeah, you got to go Figgy. Sorry, Moreno. But you never know, man. That's a tough one.
He could still get knocked out too. I don't think he
Yep.
has the best chin.
Yep. And remember Moreno kind of like, didn't he go crazy and kind of, when he should have kind of been a little smart?
Mm-hmm.
I think that happened.
I believe so. It was
Yeah.
crazy. It was a fight of the year contender. If not, nuts.
And then main event, Izzy versus Vittori 2. I'm going Vittori.
Yeah. Did you hear that Vittori actually got a Dolce & Gabbana deal
Oh, really?
before this fight?
Good for him.
And they're going to be really regretting it when he gets wrecked.
Nope. I think Jan showed the plan on how to beat Izzy. And we're going to see your boy on the ground.
That would actually be really sad. The first round, he
Yep.
doesn't get off the mat. I'm probably going to switch sides and be like, Izzy's done.
But then Izzy, man, he's got them strikes, man. Izzy's pissed. I think Marvin's in his head. I think he's in his head.
What if his stand-up's not the same because he's too focused on defending takedowns and groundwork?
You never know.
That happens.
We'll see. I think our battery's about to run out, though.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, we got to cut this short.
I get you.
But, yeah. I'm going fucking Vittori. Who you going last time?
I'm going to go Izzy. I'm going to go Izzy.
All right, let's fucking see. Hope you enjoy the fights, Jobin. Episode 37. Hope you fucking enjoyed. Glad to be back.
Love you guys. Take care.
Deuces.